Clear Channel Media and Entertainment, the country's largest radio group, is expanding their popular iHeartRadio platform to include the talk genre. Will the internet yield the next Rush Limbaugh? Brian Lakamp, Clear Channel Media's president of digital, joins us now to explain. Thanks for being here, sir.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
The media landscape, particularly with radio, has changed a heck of a lot, right?
Absolutely.
And part of that is that there's, less and less choice on the radios, but your app is trying to change that. Explain.
Well, what our app is doing is taking the great connections that people have with our radio brand, Z100 in New York and Kiss FM in Los Angeles, and providing people a new channel to access it. So we're, one of the things that we typically say is we're more than towers and transmitters. We're not about a single channel of distribution. We're about brand connections to consumers, and digital is a way to do that and amplify using technology some of the things that have made radio great for years, like discovery and community.
Okay. Explain how people can access using your app.
Sure. A couple ways. One is just website, www.iheart.com, and you're right off the races and running. You can go to your favorite app store, iOS, Android, and a whole host of others, and just download the app and find your favorite radio station and start playing.
Okay, and what I should point out is that we're on there, WSJ Live, the audio part of that,
Thank you
and
very
also
much.
our radio network is on there too. Now, you've also come up with a joint venture with Spreaker, which is sort of like a way to access the farm team. Explain what that is, because one of the things now, that big radio is dominated by a relatively few acts, Rush Limbaugh being one of them, not part of Clear Channel, but how do you get the next generation?
Well, so Rush is part of Clear Channel. We distribute him through Premier, our syndication arm. But Spreaker specifically is part of a talk announcement that we made a couple weeks ago. And so what we announced was the ability for us to do on-demand talk shows on the platform. We announced a partnership with a European startup called Spreaker, really exciting technology and team. What they essentially produce is a microphone app that allows every day the everyman to become a broadcaster and submit their show to Clear Channel, and we're really enthusiastic and excited about what that'll yield.
Okay, and that can help bring the next generation forward. That's a hard thing though, because a lot of people think they can do that sort of show, but it's a lot harder when you've actually got the mic standing right in front of you and they're saying fill the air. Everything you'd wanted to say, it just disappears, right?
It is tough, and it's not everybody can be a smashing success at it, a Ryan Seacrest or a Rush Limbaugh. But the analogy that I've used a lot is 10 years ago, the WordPress, movable type, and publishing tools like that came out for the written word. YouTube came out for video. What we're providing is a platform through Spreaker where the great content creators can emerge, and iHeart is a distribution outlet to consume it.
So I actually still have a transistor radio, and I love it. It's I just say bring it, take it with me, when I'm having a bath or whatever, or doing some gardening. But that isn't necessarily solely where radio is going to be going forward, is it? Explain how it might be all over different apps.
Well, we're in what I consider to be at this point a 6-platform world, and that's on the digital side alone before you take traditional broadcast as a distribution vehicle. We're on web, smartphone, tablet, in-car, which is a big venue for us, in-home, so devices like Roku, the Xbox console, and TVs, and soon wearables. We're starting to see a lot of announcements around wearable technology.
Now, one of the things I know about terrestrial radio, which is that coming into the transistor radio, going out in the airwaves, is the audiences can be, not always are, but can be truly enormous. When do you think web and app and things like that will catch up or even make a dent? Because right now they're relatively small compared to the truly enormous audiences.
Well, we're excited about the growth that we're seeing on the digital side. It's been additive to this point. Most of those technologies are additive. So we saw, it took a while for FM to grow to the level of AM. It took a while for satellite to grow to the levels that it's at right now. I think it's going to take some time, and it is growing fast. So, I don't have a specific date or time figure for you, but it's growing fast.
Great stuff, Brian Lakamp. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
I'm Simon Constable, and that was Digits.